What's up, guys? We are back. We have our first week completed in Archeworld, and there was a big patch actually that happened, and now there's a whole bunch of people that are banned or soft banned. So there's a ban wave going on, which is cool. Really, really happy to see ban waves happen because that means that they are taking action on cheaters. Yes, it is unfortunate that real people get caught up in the bans that may not have done anything wrong at all. That is just a price that you pay for having a secure game. If you want a game that bans and punishes cheaters, you're going to have some real players that get stuck in ban waves and that have to appeal and get out of the bans via appeal. Like, it's going to happen. If the system is actively destroying, bots, cheaters, hackers, any macros, things like that, like illegal programs, then there is going to be people that get falsely banned. It's going to happen. Like, you want a tighter system. The tighter the system is, the more risk of you doing anything wrong to get your account illegally, banned and kicked out, which puts greater risk on anyone cheating the game. So that gives you a fairer game overall. So if the system is loose and is like, okay, you can macro, or you could do this, or you can do auto clickers, or you could do whatever, then it's a slippery slope. The more lenient you are with the punishment, the further they will push the boundaries. You have to be 100% hardcore, no macros, no nothing, no auto clickers. Even the bad thing is, so people ask me, why don't I use a VPN? I'm playing from America. I have ping of probably like 500. Like, why don't you use a ping booster thing? And I'm like, I personally, in the last 15 years of playing MMORPGs, have never been banned. Never been soft banned, never been banned whatsoever, because I do not do anything that is not directly in the game. I literally am too stupid to do a lot of the other crap, like auto clickers and botting programs and add-ons. I'm too stupid. I'll admit it. I'm too stupid to do any of that shit. So I don't do it. And I don't want to do any of it. VPNs, I figured out how to do that a little while ago. So I know how to do that, but I'm not going to do anything illegal that puts my fun. So games are just strictly fun for me. Puts my fun and enjoyment at risk. And especially in Archeworld, where if I've invested a bunch of money, I don't want to do anything that is even remotely shady to get my account banned, for example. So that's what you need to have as a company. Before, ArcAge didn't treat their game serious. They just whatever, you can do whatever you want. And yeah, it feels bad and weird seeing that, teleport hacks weren't dealt with. But the thing is, they were. So they got banned, but they just created a new account, and then just they started to teleport hack and speed hack again over and over again. It's a constant struggle back and forth on the bots and the cheaters. And so what they've done with Archeworld is they've made it so you pretty much can't get stuff until you've progressed, further into the game. So what I always keep telling in the Discord is that we're going to see a lot of rewards and a lot of actual benefits for higher level players, like Ancestral 1, Ancestral 5, Ancestral 10, because they're using all the prior systems, like the leveling system, as a time gate to prevent bots and to destroy bots before they get to the high-end content. Everything is kind of gated, and that's what they tried to do already with the story quests and things like that. And so now they've removed. So we'll go into the patch notes now. So patch notes: Invasion of Void and Wound of Rift now appears in the Carcass region. So this is interesting. I was, I guess, completely wrong. I guess it didn't appear in Carcass region yet. So now the rifts appear up there in that region. So again, some of the information that I give you is going to be wrong because I don't know everything. We are learning as we go. The game is literally now 7 days old, and this is the very first server. There's no real guides anywhere. There's nothing. So all the information that we have is all player experience and all us learning as we are going together. And this is one big giant journey. That's part of the reason this is fun for me, is that this is a journey of discovery, a journey of experience where pretty much the unknown is out there. You are just discovering a new world and trying to figure out the rules, the best way to play the game. This is one giant puzzle, and you're trying to solve it as quickly as possible, essentially. So next up, They did Invasion of Void, added some changes to the Void Thief Rooting Boar content, which gives you completed Archeum as below. So this is the moles. We call them moles because they kind of look like moles and they kind of burrow sometimes. So there will be a slight delay in respawning the next Rooting Boar when the Void Thief Boar dies. They also improved the healing skill of the mole so that it is not affected by the healing decrease debuff. Improved the appearance range of the mole, which only appeared in certain areas. So what they're saying is that before, it looks like they've given the mole better healing abilities because they had a 30-second like DPS check on it. But the mole sometimes wouldn't heal, or sometimes you could debuff it and then make it so like he doesn't heal and like silence him essentially. So like they fixed those issues or attempted to fix those issues according to the patch notes. We don't know for sure yet because we haven't got to a mole, we haven't seen it, haven't done it. But again, this is what they're trying to do. The moles, they're saying, were broken and they were too easy to kill because they were not healing properly. So now we have improved, better mole healing. Moles are going to be harder to kill. And they also improved the range of where they're going to spawn. So they had a specific spawn location earlier, and now they're just making it larger, it looks like. Again, we don't know if that is 100% factual or not, but that's what they're telling us right here. They also are going to not spawn kind of instantaneously once you kill one. So it's going to be harder to kill, and it's also going to spawn a little bit less frequently. Unfortunately, some of the other changes happen here make the moles even less valuable. So let's keep going. Wound of the Rift. Added skills to some boss monsters that appear into Wound of the Rift and adjusted the balance. Increases the range of number of targets of skills used by monsters and increase the damage of certain skills. Subjects. Flame Lord of the Rift. Mastus of the Rift. Wanderer of the Rift. Nightmare of the Rift. Agarantha of the Rift. So it seems like these are all the mega bosses. These sound like they are all the bosses that happen after all three of the little rifts are done. But again, don't know 100% certain on the names of these guys, but they are making the bosses stronger, it looks like. So that's what it sounds to me, that they are increasing the number of targets they can use and also the range and the damage of certain skills. So it looks like they're making them a little bit harder to kill, which is going to be an interesting thing. Maybe they didn't like that some groups were already killing, ancestral level 1 or level 5 or whatever level these bosses were at level 51, 52 groups. So next up, we have lot. Improve the search lot position on the map. You can check the leasing status and leasing period when you hover over the mouse of the search lot's result icon. However, if there's any change in the lot, you must research to update the latest information. So let's jump into game and talk about this one. This one, let's see. So it's not that. So this is talking about the houses. When they say lot, that means houses. I think that means on your house. So if you go here, it can tell you like whether you're renting or not. I don't know if that was there before. So like it shows you rent 150. That means we're renting it from another player, and it shows you the lease period. Let's go back to read this again. You can check the leasing status and lease period when you hover the mouse over the lot search icon. Yep, so that sounds about right. However, if there's any change in the lot, you must research and update the latest information. So that seems to be about it on that. And then items. Added some changes on Archeum rewards to solve the fundamental problem of supplying Archeum, which was rewarded in the main quest to the market instead of using for equipment growth. So they removed the Archeum reward was giving from the main quest and changed it consumption when synthesizing tier 1 to tier 3 equipment. Added Archeum rewards to some content that are recommendedly to play daily. Changed the rewards of Void Invasion Guardian daily quests. So those are the Void missions, the level 40 ones that you're doing daily. Added Archeum as a reward completing the Rift quests. Reduced the amount of infusions provided by the invasions. So you're going to get less infusions for doing the daily quests, but you're getting Archeum now. Guild personal mission. Added a small amount of Archeum as a reward for completing supply guild mission. Daily schedule. Added a small amount of Archeum as a reward for completing any daily contract mission. So this is actually a massive change. So let's go show you what they mean on these exactly. So we have daily schedule. This is where you get your labor. So you do your daily contracts. And in here, now you're going to get Archeum. So not only do you get coins, you get gold, you get Archeum, and you also get labor. So these are must-do quests now. Like, you must do these. Before, they were still like, you really want to do them because you get labor. But now it's like you get labor and Archeum. This is really, really good. So that means collect fresh meats, 20. You know, you're going to want to grab the meats. And if not, if you don't have meat, you can always change the mission. So you can go ahead and click, change, and re-roll the mission and get something that you actually do have, hopefully. It is going to be RNG, but you have that opportunity to do that. So then, as you can see, Archeum 50 there, and then this one 100. So 100, 150, 50, and 45. So it looks like 245 from doing the daily contracts. That's a decent amount of Archeum right there, actually. That's like, it's a good chunk of Archeum. So we talked about the moles earlier. The moles at the most gave you 250 Archeum, but you'd have to get lucky and share it with your party. Like only one person in the party got the mole chest. So now you can just get more Archeum through daily contracts. Sure, it's only a one-time thing, but it makes moles worse because you can get Archeum here. So the Arc Pass does not have any. We checked on my other account that actually has the Arc Pass. They don't have any of those. Let's go check out the guild to see what guild quest gives. All right, so guild quest, 50 Archeum here now, along with 20 guild XP, 10 prestige, and 1 gold. And this one does not give any Archeum. So I don't have the Rift daily quests, but those I'm hearing are giving out 100 each. So that's another 200. So essentially you can get about 445 per day on the Archeum for doing daily quests and just playing the game. That's a huge change. Doing having a land and using the Archeum machine, you only get 1,000 a day. This thing needs to be buffed now. By far, this thing is way worse. Before, this is the only way to get Archeum, and now you can get 445 per day for free. It's like, why bother with this? Just get it for free. So let's go back and read the rest of the patch notes because there's a little bit more changes. So skills, we have a big nerf that happened to Judgment Spears. This is the Hell Spears, and also the names of the skills got reverted back to the American English names. So it's now Hell Spears in game again. Reduce the damage according to skill level. We don't exactly know. Let's go back. How much damage this is, we'll have to test this out later and see. Depending on how big of a nerf this is, this could be really, really bad for this skill. We'll have to see how it goes, but I mean, it was a little bit too strong, I think, earlier. It was able to just pretty much kill all monsters easily. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what this does and how it affects this class and the abilities. Unfortunately, with this is that you had to level up the skills. You have to buy the skill. So a nerf like this, I really don't like because players have invested, personal money into this and then also a lot of time in leveling said skill. So if it's a dramatic nerf, I really, really don't like it. If it's a slight nerf where they lost 20% damage, then I'm okay with it. But if they lost, 50% or 75% damage on this thing, that's terrible. Terrible, but most people won't care. Most people don't care about skill buffs and nerfs like I do, but whatever. Then they also did bug fixes. A lot of bug fixes here. I'm not going to go over all these, but bug fixes. So that is the big patch. Are you excited? This is a really, really, really good patch for free-to-play players. Not so good for house and land owners, but it is what it is. They are going to be changing and adjusting things over time. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. Love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching as always. I'll see you in the next one.